if you notice that every country that has the death penalty has no drug problem. They execute drug dealers. And when you think about it, it's very humane, because every drug dealer, on average, they say, kills at least 500 people, not to mention the damage they do to so many others, but they kill large numbers of people. China, Singapore, actually there are quite a few, many in Asia, where they have the death penalty. There's no drug problem whatsoever. They come to our country because we have a much softer policy. We give them a slap on the wrist and say, kill a lot of people. So we are going to, I don't know if our country is ready for it. I am ready for it. The death penalty if you deal drugs, you have to set out guidelines like fairly large numbers, etc. But you'll have it go down very greatly.
Now, Donald Trump, actually, after listening to him say that, I completely agree with the policy. I agree wholeheartedly. Oh, I agree. I agree to the core. I agree. I'm not okay with people in my community selling drugs to their own family, selling drugs to their own people for their own selfish gain so that they can make money. I'm not against that at all. In fact, I applaud it. In fact, I call a hotline. If you drop a number, I snitch on the drug dealer quick. Ain't nothing wrong with getting rid of people that's destroying your community. Ain't nothing wrong with getting rid of selfish people that's basically helping destroy the community that you're trying to build up. I have no problem with that. We need to get rid of all these drug dealers that's getting these kids addicted to weed, getting these black people addicted to fentanyl, and all these drugs that's being flooded in our community gotta go. I was talking to my dad. He actually told me that, man, you know what? Black people were doing good before the 80s. Because when the 80s hit, the crack epidemic leveled the black community, completely destroyed it. Black people were actually closing the wealth gap quicker than any other group of people, not only in the country, but in the world. We made the quickest development out of any other group of people in the world within that time frame, until we got to the 80s, after we were free of slavery. When the 80s hit, crack epidemic leveled the black community. And not only that, the government actually worked with rappers to help push this agenda of selling crack in the black community. But one thing I gotta say, Mr. Trump, if you're gonna enforce that law, the death penalty for selling drugs, I think you need to be doing the same thing for the medical industry. The people that be prescribing these drugs, that a lot of these people be losing their life due to side effects. I need you to keep that same energy with the opioids, people that's selling opioids and pills and all of that. Please keep that energy the same. I don't need you to be enforcing that rule just in my community. That needs to be everywhere. I have no problem with you enforcing that rule, but that needs to be done from the top down, not from the bottom up. So we're going to see if Donald Trump is able to make this happen. But we're going to see if you're actually enforcing this law to harm black people, to try to shovel more drugs into the black community, and people see that it's quick money, so they'll do whatever they can to sell and make quick money. Or are you really trying to make United States more healthier, safer, and get the drugs off the street? Are you really going to help the United States remove all these people that's selling these drugs, that's shoveling these drugs? Arizona, the cartel, California, the border of Texas and Mexico. Are you really going to do something about it? Or are you just trying to enforce that law in the black community? Let me know.